Hey guys, great to have you here today. I got an awesome drill for you that's going to help you to really crank it out there, add 10, 15, maybe even 20 yards for you guys that are a little bit restricted. And it's what I call the turn the loop to the target. So in the back of my pants, I have a little belt loop here in the middle of my hips. And what I want to do is in my backswing, I'm going to feel like somebody has a rope tied around this loop. They're standing in front of me, and now they're going to pull that rope to get my hips rotating toward the target. I'm going to feel like the back of my pants turn all the way to where they're facing the middle of the fairway as I get to the top of my backswing. Now the cool thing about this is it allows you to free up. The longer the backswing I make, the more my hips and my shoulders and my arms turn, the more space and time I create. I feel like I have all day to accelerate in the downswing if I make that great full backswing. Think about Fred Couples, nice free-flowing swing, just cranks it out there. Well, he has this long, fluid backswing. He's letting those hips and those shoulders turn to really load up. So if I can do this key, and I feel like I turn my hips toward the target as I'm going back, I've created all this space, and I'm going to be able to swing down and get a lot more speed without having to put out a lot of energy. Some of you guys out there are maybe restricting the hips. In the backswing, your hips don't turn very much. Now my shoulders don't turn very much, and I end up with a swing where my left arm stops somewhere near parallel to the ground. And now on the downswing, I feel like, oh man, I gotta muscle it. My forearms get tight, my body gets tight. I feel like I'm doing everything I can to try to muscle this club through there. A lot of times you're gonna start to cast. A lot of times you're gonna start to come up out of your posture. If that sounds like you, this is an awesome drill for you. So let's go ahead and get started with the actual drill, what we're gonna do. First, we'll set up and make some practice swings in our living room. And we're gonna do 10 swings, nice and fluid, maybe 60, 70% speed. And at the top of the swing, I'm gonna feel like I'm turning the back of my belt loops directly down the middle of the fairway. Now that's a bit of an exaggeration. I know in reality, the hips are only gonna turn 45 degrees or so. We're just gonna feel that same feeling. We know the hips won't really do that much. Now, if you're having a difficult time doing this, check your left heel. If my left heel stays on the ground, it's gonna be tough for me to let those hips rotate. I might wanna soften up that left heel a little bit, let those hips go, and now my shoulders can turn more. When my shoulders turn more, they are definitely gonna feel like the back of the middle of my shoulders, they're gonna feel like they're going down the middle of the fairway. When my shoulders turn more, my hands go farther back. When my hands go farther back, I have all this room and space, just like the biggest hitters in the world are getting, to create that club head speed, but to do it really, really smooth. So 10 practice swings, left ankle, back belt loop, shoulders turning back, nice and smooth every time. Now once you're comfortable with that, let's add the other side into it. 10 more practice swings. You're gonna finish your rotation coming the other way down the fairway. Now have your belt buckle facing down the middle of the fairway. Get that right shoulder to come all the way around. And not only did I get that nice free-flowing backswing, I got that free-flowing follow-through like you see with the best players. You know, Hogan was one of the best of this. Really free-flowing, came all the way around. That's those guys that have those really nice smooth swings. They always make sure that they finish the swing. So 10 of each. Once you're comfortable with that, let's take it out to the driving range. Let's go ahead and give it a whirl. Feel like you're long, loose, and smooth, and go ahead and hit the heck out of it. And let's go ahead and outdrive our friends by a good 20, 30 yards. There we go, killed that one. Turn that belt loop toward the target. You're gonna pick up some great distance. All right guys, hope y'all really enjoyed this video, helping you to get that bigger turn. Well, in the Top Speed Golf system, that's what we call the power turn. Get those hips, those shoulders coming back and then coming through. You're gonna crank up your club head speed as quick as anything else out there when you do the power turn correctly. I've got an awesome preview from one of the videos in the power turn. If you wanna see that full video plus 5 videos from the Top Speed Golf system, just click that link that's gonna pop up in the iCard or down below in the description. You'll get started on it right away. And before long, you'll be cranking it way past your buddies. You'll be the last one to hit from the fairway because you're 20 yards ahead. Best of luck, and I'll see you in the power turn. Correct technique, we can all hit it with really good distance without a lot of muscular effort. And it all starts out, the very first thing you have to do is get a good, powerful turn to load up the body. And it's not only in golf, but in all sports, we have to rotate the body at least 90 degrees with the shoulders as you swing to the top. Preferably, we can go even a little bit past 90 to really get loaded up. That's gonna allow us to have a lot of power. So we don't just have to look at golf for this. Let's actually look at other sports. They're rotating their body, then they're coming forward. So we have to get that load. We have to get this big shoulder turn to be able to create power in the golf swing. So in this series of videos, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. That's one of the first keys to getting power, and we're all gonna get at least a 90-degree turn, if not more than that. I think you'll be surprised at what you can do. So let's go ahead and get started with the next series of videos, and I'm gonna show you how to get this big, powerful turn. All right guys, so before we go, let's take a look at this in action with some of the top pros. Now here we're looking at Adam Scott, and you're going to see as he rotates to the top, good full shoulder turn. This is pretty typical of what I see with the top pros, a little past 90. Those guys are working on their flexibility, so sometimes they can get to 100 or even 110 degrees.